The bakers of Weber's Bread present your all-star Western theater.
Drifting along, singing a song.
From Hollywood comes your all-star Western theater, starring America's great Western singers, Foy Willing and the Riders of the Purple Sage. Today, we welcome a return visit from that great cowboy champion, Monty Montana. Our guest star is that famous mustached comedian of screen and radio, Jerry Colonna. My name is Cottonseed Clark, and here are the Riders of the Purple Sage.
Cimarron, roll on to my lonely song. Carry me from the skies of gray. Though I'm feeling blue, I'll roll on with you to the ocean blue. Cimarron, roll on.
When the West was wild and woolly and the frontier towns were straggling rows of ramshackle buildings, a visit from a medicine man was a welcome event. For besides the cure-alls that he sold, he brought news of the outside world and the glamour of the show business. It was all part of Western community life then, just as Weber's Bread is a part of community life today. Well mixed and well baked, Weber's Bread is enjoyed by thousands of Southern California families. Housewives know that when they serve Weber's Bread regularly, their families are getting the benefit of really good bread. Well mixed and well baked, Weber's is a substantial, enjoyable part of every meal. So buy Weber's Bread when you go shopping. You'll like it, and your entire family will too. And now let's take a few moments to go back through the musical years with the Riders of the Purple Sage as they blend their fine Western voices to sing one of the grandest of all memory songs, Among My Souvenirs.
There's nothing left for me of days that used to be. I live in memory among my souvenirs. Some letters tied with blue, a photograph or two. I see a rose from you among my souvenirs. A few more tokens left within my treasure chest, and though they do their best to give me consolation, I count them all apart, and as the teardrops start, I find a broken heart among my souvenirs.
You listeners of the All-Star Western Theater are in for a special treat today, for we have as our guest one of America's foremost comedy stars of radio and screen, the professor himself, Jerry Colonna. Our guest star is heard with the Riders of the Purple Sage in a comedy story of the West written especially for him entitled, Why Did I Ever Leave Wyoming? From out of the spacious west, blazing a trail swiftly through mountain, plain, and stream, comes the thundering hoofbeats of the great horse, Silverware.
Why, oh, why did I ever leave Wyoming? Why, oh, why did I ever have to go? Why, oh, why did I ever leave Wyoming? 'Cause there's a sheriff back there looking for me high and low and high and low. Whoa! 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 All right, giddy up there. What do you know? I had my saddle on backwards. Yes, sir, J. Tuckerberg Kelowna. I'm a cowboy, fry cook, fighter, wild horse rider, and right smart of a windmill fixer. Here's my faithful horse, Silverware. Silverware, say howdy to the nice people. 1847, Rogers. Roy Rogers, that is. Folks, I reckon you are folks. I have a story to tell you which I figured might interest you. I reckon. Oh, excuse me, please. Hello, Taco Girl Kelowna speaking. Nope, sorry, old man, but I've sworn off. I reckon. Nope, sorry, never again. I've learned my lesson. I know you need the business, but I can't afford it. Then why don't you go into some other business? But all right, but this is the last time. And give me 2 across on El Lobo. Oh, that's all right. Don't mention it. Goodbye, Crosby.
Professor, how about that story you're going to tell us?
Ah, yes, the story.
Yes.
I'll never forget the day I was born. My father was nervously pacing the kitchen floor. I remember well how he said, "Gosh, I hope it's a boy or a girl." Finally, the stork flew over my house and gently deposited his precious package on the front porch. The next morning, Father went out to get the milk and saw the little bundle. He heard a tiny cry. He peeked beneath the blanket and then fondly said,
Well, what do you know? A stray cat.
Then Ma came out and said,
This is your boy. What is that? I said, this is your boy. Think we ought to go see Mr. Anthony?
Then I began to think of life. Ah, life. Life. Without it, you're dead. But to make a short story longer, come with me back to my early days in my old home state of Wyoming. I fell in with the wrong crowd, and as soon as I found myself in Dutch with an Irish cop, that is, a tenderfoot meets flatfoot, you know, he was a very close friend of the county judge.
Tuckerberg, Kelowna?
Yes?
You're charged with robbing the Wells Fargo office. Step up to the bar. The case will now be open.
Sorry, Judge, I never touched the steps.
Order! Order!
Well, if you insist, I'll have a short beer.
Bailiff, swear the defendant in.
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? I do. What's the matter with you? Crazy or something?
That'll be all, bailiff. That'll be all, bailiff. You may return to your cell.
Oh, by the way, Judge.
Yes?
The feller in cell 13 wants a clean towel and a ginger ale set up. Shall I get it for him?
By all means. I won't have our criminal clientele complaining of the service. And that reminds me, Defendant Kelowna.
Yes?
Where were you on the night of December 31st?
Well, Your Majesty, I was sitting up with a sick friend.
You should have been with me. I had a wonderful time. Order! When you and your henchmen were making your getaway from the Wells Fargo office, who was driving the car?
No one. We were all in the back seat.
Kelowna, you're plumb crazy.
Yes, and I'm a little bit wild about bananas, too.
You're a dangerous man, Kelowna. Why, it's been rumored that your wife caught you cheating at poker. Is that true?
I cannot tell a lie. It is true.
Did you have an ace up your sleeve?
No, I had a queen on my lap.
What did she do to you?
Oh, nothing much. She just comes over, puts the soft, lily white hands on my head, then pushed my ears together.
I take it your home life is none too pleasant.
Well, it isn't my fault, Your Honor. My wife was always hounding me for money. All the time, it's money, money, money.
Oh, what did she do with all this money?
I don't know. I never give her any.
I understand that just yesterday your wife came to you on her knees.
That's right, Your Excellency. She got down on her knees to me and dared me to come out from under the bed.
Colonna, I don't mind telling you I think you're stupid.
Oh, hold on there, Your Honor. I'll have you understand my IQ is 82.
82? Why, Colonna, you're a moron.
I am?
Yes.
Then I got a right to be stupid.
Well, defendant Cockleburr, Colonna, due to the lack of evidence in this case, I'm not going to sentence you to jail. But for the good of the grand and glorious state of Wyoming, this court gives you 24 hours to leave the state. That is all. My next performance will be at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
So I became a wanderer. I began to roam on and on. Then one day my faithful horse, Silverware, carried me across the state land into the land of sunshine, California. Oh, just the morning mist with white caps. At sundown, Silver and I swam into Hollywood, where I registered for a room at the YMCA. It was there that I met those three boys, the riders of the purple matzo ball. Little did I know. Oh, excuse me, please. Hello. Cockleburr Colonna speaking. Hello, Hope. You say you want me to go to Alaska with you? On an expedition? Wonderful, Hope. Special job for me? I'll take the job. Goodbye, Hope. What's a lead dog? As I was saying, I met three boys who convinced me that my field of endeavor was the theater.
Professor, we got the greatest act you ever heard. All we need is somebody to manage us and see that we're heard in the right places.
All right, boys, let me hear your act, and I'll consider it.
Good. Come on, let's show the professor what we can do. Give us a pitch, Dean.
Timber!
Well, what do you think, Professor?
Well, your voices have plenty of timber. Now sing the rest of the song.
That's all there is to it.
Yeah, we figured it was better to have the people wanting more than to give them too much.
Not very liberal with your talents, are you? Let me hear it again.
All right.
Timber!
Now, what do you think, man?
You'll have to prove your rank or it'll go to the dog.
Then what do you suggest?
More timber. Now, let us see what we do. Let's sing it backwards. Everything is headed for a backward trend these days. Now, let me sing it with you. You start at the bottom and come up.
All right. Timber.
Yes, there's going to be firewood in the cook stove this winter.
I believe that improves it.
Well, my first suggestion is to play the act up in the redwood country.
We want to stay here and go on the radio.
Radio? It's just a passing fancy. It'll never last.
No, I think we ought to produce that play we wrote. We can make some money that way.
The play will produce money? I am one of the greatest actors in the world.
Well, good for you, Cockleburr. Let's go out into the country, run a barn, and show it there before we try it out in town.
You mean you're going to put a play on in the barn?
Sure, why not?
Well, it's a handy place to lay an egg.
What kind of a part can you play, Professor?
I am the hero type myself.
Well, the hero of our play is the best-looking man in the country.
Feel me in.
Yeah, he's got big muscles and fears no man.
Feel me in.
And he never has anything to do with the girls.
Reshuffle.
If you ask me, I think the smart thing to do would be to try to get a job and quit this trying to break into this show business.
The boy has a point there. Let's sit on it.
Oh, let's go to the Cheyenne Roundup and see the rodeo and then hire out as cowpunchers to some rancher in that there country there.
Cheyenne? That's in Wyoming, isn't it?
That's right.
Sorry, boys, I can't go with you. You see, a Wyoming sheriff is looking for me high and low and high and low and high and low.
Well, what does he want you for?
Well, I was framed. There was a big robbery. Then suddenly, and before I knew it,
Get out of Wyoming and stay out.
and here I am.
that's too bad, Kelowna. You know, I sure was anxious to see the big rodeo.